Yo, what up, everybody? This is Recycle King doing some sorting, talking recycling, So, this is the setup. This is for the water bottles, this is for the cans, this is for plastic. The number one plastic that's not these cheap, thin plastic water bottles because we count those. Glass here. This is for miscellaneous plastic and bimetals. So we've got number 2 plastic. There's number 5s, and then number 6s would go in there as well. And then also bimetals. All of that will go in there, and then you sort all that. And most of that will be done by count. You don't want to weigh a lot of that. You get more money for counting that. So you just start throwing all these in. I'm not going to dump all the water bottles out. I have so many of them. Like, look, I have to count all of these into bags of 100. And then we get $5 per 100. And so there's a lot of water in there, but sometimes I'm rushing and I really don't have the time to dump it all out as I go. So then I'll just take some time later to do that. So yeah, I always talk about the count. It's just so important. If you weigh out 100 water bottles, you get $3.50. If you count them and bring in a bag of 100, you get $5. So you're losing $1.50 on it if you do it the other way. So even though it takes longer, because you have to count it and all of that, and then you can't bring 600 water bottles at a time into the center, for me it's fine, because whenever I go, I just bring a bag of 100 with me. Bring a bag of 100. It's just easy. It's on the way home, and it's fine. It's fine. And like I make these videos, I make all different kinds of content and showing the importance of recycling. And I'm just trying to show you what I do, right? I'm not necessarily trying to encourage people to do what I do. I mean, I would like to do that, but I know that they can't do it. Most people can't do it the way that I do it, just because I work at a place where I have access to the trash as part of my job. So this comes as just like, it's with my work. It's just alongside it. Other people have to take the streets and go places, and it's a little different. I have unlimited access, and it's just free. It's right there. It's always there. And why wouldn't I take it? So it makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to everybody. And then other people only recycle what they buy to get their CRV back. But I mean, like, I'm just getting free money, and that's cool with me, but it doesn't make sense for everyone. But if you could at least just recycle your own containers that you consume, then that would help too. But as far as how I do it, not everybody can do that, So, and it's not my favorite thing as far as like the cleanliness of it. It's pretty gross, you pee in the bottle and all this kind of stuff, and just stinky liquid and nasty gut stuck to everything and juice spilling everywhere. It's not glamorous. It's not my favorite thing, but like I make very good amount of money off this, because I do the baseball games and the softball games and track events and football and swap meets. They film movies here. I do all of that, so it's good for me. It's always around. And people give me stuff. I have, family members who bring bags of stuff, and then I have coworkers who kind of sort their recycling out of their trash cans, and then sometime in the day they'll dump a trash can into my trash can. So some days, if I really don't feel like doing too much, I'll always get something anyways. I'll walk in the morning, and there'll be like a bag of stuff sitting there that someone brought from their house, and it's appreciated. And I never asked anybody to do this. I do this all on my own, and like, it's probably been about 2 years, and I started doing like maybe $40 a week, roughly $30 to $40 a week, and it was kind of smaller scale. And then I learned about counting and learned about everything like that. And now with where we are with basketball games and all the different events that are going on right now, all this stuff here at the college, easily $80 to $100 a week, easily, with minimal effort. with minimal effort. You know what I mean? Just to always make sure that you go do the trash at the baseball game, softball game. Always make sure you do all that. If there are overtime events, take those, man, because if it's an overtime event where you're in charge of doing the trash, oh man, always take that. They're like a lot of my coworkers, they wouldn't want to do this because it's gross, like they don't like it. You know what I mean? It's nasty. I tell them stories about, oh, I got splashed with this, and I didn't know there was pee in that can, and it splashed everywhere. You know, just nasty stuff, right? But you know, it helps me out, and it helps the college out as well. So it helps me out a lot. You know, everybody's rent goes up, all this, and I'm just using it to supplement. And like for a lot of people who don't have, like, if people like they want to buy something or they want to get something that they don't want to spend their paycheck on it, they just don't have the money. Well, you can collect. You can go somewhere, go to a park, go to a school, just go collect stuff. You know what I mean? And just put all that money into a separate fund, right? Put it all in an envelope, keep it in your drawer or whatever. Just put all that away, and then when you hit your goal, go buy what you wanted to buy. There was a custodian here. This is before my time. He recycled a lot, and he bought a car, and he made all of his car payments until it was completely paid off with just money that he used, with just money that he got from collecting recyclables, which I thought was really cool. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe your rent went up $50 a month. Try to get an extra $50 a month off recycling if that's the case. You know what I mean? It's easily done. See, like this bottle here. This is a really thick bottle. There's a lot of stuff on the market now that's coming in really thick bottles. There's like, because you know, first you just had Gatorade and Powerade, and those were thick plastic. But now you have Prime and Body Armor and all this stuff, and there's all these different juices and all this stuff that's coming out. And now you have different types of Gatorade and all this shit. You know what I mean? There's so many different ones, and that vitamin water right there. So like, there's just aluminum. There's not a lot of money in aluminum because you have to collect a lot of it. There's so much more money in plastic. Plastic is king. If there were only cans at this college, I wouldn't be making that much money. I'm making all the money off of plastic. And like glass isn't really anything. Secret is, leave the caps on, because those are going to weigh more. Like these are my caps. Always leave that on, unless they're like sticklers about it. They don't want you to do that. And if you got beer bottle glass, it's thin glass. So what I do here is I would count out all the beer bottles, and then you would hand the beer bottles to them, tell them, well, you got like 15. That's 5 cents per bottle, okay? And then you weigh the rest. And that's what you would do. And like here, this is gonna be weight, and then all of those number 5s, and then that other number 2 at the bottom is some muscle milk. That's gonna be count, okay? You get a little more to weigh the big ones, and then you want to count the rest. But yeah, you know, it takes time to do this. But in the end, you're gonna benefit, because everything's more expensive, and if we could just save a little money on something and get a little extra money where we can, it's all gonna help us, you know? Because like, not everybody's made of money. Not everybody has a great job with great benefits and all this. Just not everybody. And then here we go. See, this is a 33.8 liter. And you would want to count this too. This is the same thin plastic. I'll just dump that out. I'm not dumping them out much, but I will. I'll have to do some counting, like a lot of dumping and counting later. But you count this as 2. So you count out 98 of these little guys, and you just throw this in there. And with the count, you can, so the 8 ounce, the 12 ounce, the 16.9, all of those are going to be like the same. So when you count, you can count, I'm going to count that 16, and then I'm going to count that 12 with it. And then you could throw an 8 ounce in there. I mean, like this, just throw that in there too. That in there too. You can mix and match them just as long as you're not counting this as one, or like one of those 50 liter ones or 50 ounce ones as one, you know what I mean? So just keep it Keep it 16 and under. And if you have this, the 33.8, count that as 2. But you can mix and match them. It's all worth the same. And like this one too. So that would be 2. It's the same thin plastic, but it's the 33.8. This right here, see, that's at 50.7. I don't even worry about that. I will just weigh that, okay? But like, you know, there's like a lot of juice. Most juice bottles come in a nice thick, that nice hard crackle right there. It's a nice thick plastic bottle with a nice wide, thick, heavy cap. You would never, in any instance, would you ever count that. As far as counting goes, this is about the thickest you're gonna count. And this is a different type of plastic, so you're gonna get less on it. That's the number 5. You know? But yeah, you would never count Gatorade bottles or nothing like that. That's stupid. You wouldn't do that. There's so much on a weight. And then like some things that vary on size as well, like a Dasani. The Dasani bottle, the 16.9 fluid ounces, those are usually thin plastic, and you want to count those for sure. But as you start moving up, the plastic gets thicker, and then you're going to want to weigh those. So you always want to check the thickness, even if it's the same brand, the same company making it. As the size goes up, see, this isn't like the thickest plastic, but it's got a good cap. So, and it's bigger than a 16.9, you know what I mean? It's a 20 fluid ounce. So you're gonna go ahead and weigh that. See, this is a Muscle Milk. This is a number 2. Gonna go over there with the miscellaneous. Like I said again, see, this is a 1.5 liter. This is a 50.7 ounce. We are also going to be weighing that as well. There's no reason not to. Okay. That trash can's almost full of water bottles. We can bring another out, or I can just let it overflow a little bit. It's perfectly fine. So a little bit of nasty trash on the bottom of that, but I have another trash can here. Dump that into there, and then now that can go back in the stack. Didn't do a whole lot today. I got my trash can and a half throughout my morning recycle run, and then also my buddy gave me some that he collected, and then I also got a little bit from Carol. If you guys haven't watched the other videos, you don't know who Carol is, but most people who are watching this video, if you know who I am, you should know about Carol, okay? I went to Carol today, like I do pretty much every morning. This is really thin, but a lot of these ones, yeah, CRV right there. You're gonna want that for sure. This right here, thicker plastic, nice thick cap, weighing it for sure. There's no reason not to weigh that. These cans, this. See, I'm telling you, man, all these juice bottles are like really good. Really good. And like those Naked Juice and the Bolthouse Farms, all that stuff. I literally know all about it. Every single one of these containers, all the companies, I know them all, man. I know them all. It's like, we like Ocean Spray. Ocean Spray is good. You know, I really don't like water bottles like these things, but it's just too much work. But I always do it. Gatorade is the best. You guys have heard me say that before. This is good weight. See, that is a nice thick plastic cap. It's heavy, really good. Okay. I like these. I like this a lot. The Simply Orange, Simply Lemonade, Simply Cranberry, Simply Pink Lemonade, Simply whatever, you know what I mean? I think they're actually coming out with an alcoholic version too. I think they did. But yeah, that cap is really nice. Good weight on that for sure. You know, some glass. It's not the best. Like, I'll fill up I'll fill this whole trash can up, fill that bag all the way to the top. It's like $5. Get like $5 on that. Every little bit counts though, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah, and then this is the dumping bucket. You've seen Cocktail Time. You know about the nasty dumping bucket. It's just an old trash can liner that I repurposed, that's all. If you've seen the Recycle Run videos, you've seen that trash can liner hundreds of times, I don't know, a lot of times. So yeah, this one, Arizona. I don't think they always made plastic bottles, but at some point they started, because I remember, like, as a kid, it was always cans. But thank you, Arizona, because those are really good. Those are really good. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. It's kind of nasty, but it has its purpose. And I mean, with all of the new plastic containers out on the market, we need to recycle so they don't have to create new plastic to make their products. We want to recycle the old plastic to make sure that they can make their product. And look, this isn't all just about, recycling a bottle into another bottle. Recycling a bottle into who knows what you could recycle. There's so many different plastic. There's so many different companies that are using plastics to make materials, and they would much rather use recycled plastic. And I believe that you can actually get breaks on, like, taxes and different things. You can actually get money from the state and stuff like that if you reuse, like, for your company's product. I'm pretty sure. Because I know at the college we have certain things set in place. Like, you can, like, for a state funded college, you can get money. You can get money from the state if you have a recycling program. Okay, and we technically do have a recycling program here. And there's wiggle room. You know what I mean? You could either have an actual recycling program where the company leaves bins and you actually put all the recyclables in the bins and then they come and pick it up. Or you can put your own stickers on the cans and all this kind of stuff and make up your own, but then it's still regulated and they still come out and make sure that it's being done a certain way. Okay, so there's like different ways to do it. So it doesn't have to be traditional where the company comes and picks it up and they take it to the center. It doesn't have to be like that. Okay, because I've seen different places do different things. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm just helping out the recycle program at the college, but it all benefits me in the end. Okay, and it benefits the college too, but it mostly just benefits me. But if they were to come out and look at the trash cans in my area, there wouldn't be any recyclable, so it looks like someone's recycling, and somebody is. And there's, homeless people and other people who do it for hobbies, and that's fine too. I mean, fair game. If you get to the trash can before I get to it, it's yours. If I get to it before you get to it, it's mine. If I see you trying to get to it before I get to it, I'm probably going to speed up in my buggy a little bit, get to the trash can first, and get it because I want it. Because I just like it. I like having it. I like taking it in. I like getting the extra money for it. It's my thing, you know what I mean? So it's like my obsession. I'm super obsessed with it, but it's okay because it's beneficial to me and my family and all of that. I've used this money to like buy concrete and different building materials, do renovations in my house, buy tools with it, bought stuff to rebuild my toilet, you know what I mean? I do everything. I'm like a jack of all trades. I could do electrical and plumbing and whatever you need to do, I can probably figure it out and we can get it done, you know what I mean? And yeah, this money goes to that, or take the kids out for ice cream or whatever. I've always got cash somewhere, and it's from recycling. So it's just like heavily beneficial. And if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Figure out a plan. You got to come up with a plan. You know what I mean? And it's really good to understand where you're gonna go. Pick a spot and kind of stake it out. See when more people are going to be there. See if there's birthday parties at a park, what days birthday parties are going to be. See if there's events. See if there's a high school football game or anything like that. Figure out what's going on and when it's going on. And, you know, every time they go, do people bring cases of water and Gatorade? If you can find a place that has an event that's open to the public and they're bringing in cases of Gatorade for the players and stuff, go there, because that is where the money's at, dude. Gatorade is the best. So there's another bag full. There's another bag full. So I've already got, so I mean, when I get all of this done, but I've already got here, I did these yesterday, 2 bags of plastic. This bag right here is mostly Gatorade bottles. One of these, I mean, there's so many Gatorade bottles. And then cans here. Between these 3 bags, between everything right there, it's over $40 already for sure. All of this, all of that, with that back there, over $40, easy. Plus the 5 for 100 water bottles, which will eventually get that done. But so yeah, I guess I'll be signing off then. All right, you know, it was nice talking to you, and I will be back again sometime. Stay tuned for more videos. If you like it, please subscribe. You know, we're getting close to 100. I'd like to be at 100 subscribers by June. By June 1st, I want 100 subscribers. Not asking that happens, but I just suggest that maybe you should do that if you want to, okay? Thank you for viewing, and I'll see you again sometime.